Hi y'all, welcome to the Colors of Austin Counseling YouTube page. Today is a really exciting day. Today's the first day that I've announced my new practice name, which is Colors of Austin Counseling. So I just wanted to share a little bit about who I am and what this practice means to me and why I decided to change the name. So first of all, who am I? My name is Vanessa Flores. I'm a licensed clinical social worker, and I went to get my undergraduate degree at Texas Christian University in Fort Worth and got my graduate degree at the University of Houston in Houston, Texas. And so after that, I decided to work in a hospital setting for most of my career. So I worked in children's pediatrics, both in Houston, here in Austin. Have a lot of experience working with teens who experience chronic illnesses, and they're supporting them and their families really through that period in their lives. And in terms of my training and certification, kind of my heart and soul and the meat of my work is that I'm a certified daring way facilitator, which just means that I'm certified in the work of Brene Brown. And so if you don't know who she is, I'll talk a little bit about her later. But basically, I'm trained to facilitate her work, teach her work, and really guide clients and people in the community through the different curriculum that she's created based on her research over a decade, really. So that's a little bit about me, and so now I'd like to tell you about Colors of Austin Counseling, what it means to me and what that is. So how I birthed the name Colors of Austin Counseling is kind of a funny story. I had been thinking about really changing the name of my practice book because before it was just my name, Vanessa Flores, LCSW, and I thought to myself, how can I expand my business, grow my business, and really bring about a name that rings true to everyone and that is inclusive. And so I reached out to my best friend who lives in Denton, and she's actually a psychologist, and she's very witty and funny and always has really great ideas. She came up with a hashtag for my wedding, so I thought I should ask her. And she helped me come up with a name. It was her idea, really, Colors of Austin Counseling. And I thought it was perfect because, you know, something that's important to me is that this practice really embodies values that I believe in and that I hope to be able to pass on to my clients. So the three values that Colors of Austin Counseling holds is creativity, diversity, and courage. And I want to read to you the mission of what this practice stands for, if that's okay. So I'm going to look at my paper for a minute. But Colors of Austin Counseling believes the journey towards self-acceptance requires setting healthy boundaries with yourself. We know perfectionism is a gremlin that can dominate our minds and our lives. And when we can get curious about those gremlins, we have the power to take ownership of our story moving forward. So the type of therapy I do is that I really try to weave creativity and storytelling. It's an integration that I believe to be really powerful. You know, one of the biggest reasons why I decided to get certified in Brene's work is because I went through her curriculum myself and how it applied to my life, and I found it to be really powerful and moving. And I think the most powerful thing that I've learned in working with clients is that there's meaning in our stories, there's meaning in our experiences, there's meaning in the journeys of life that we go through. And I think it's really important that in doing that, that we move from our head to our heart and really put it somewhere. So the work that I do with clients a lot of the time integrates creativity, and I really encourage clients to get moving with their hands. So it could look like painting, writing, drawing, sketching, journaling, and really bringing out that inner child in all of us that I know that we have that really, you know, fosters joy. And so a lot of the clients that I work with, because I'm located in the heart of Austin, Texas, downtown near the University of Texas, fortunately I get a lot of college students, a lot of young women, a lot of young adults who are really struggling with imposter syndrome. They feel like they have ideas or they have skills and they have a really burning desire to want to take a leap of faith and take a risk in their lives, but they're too afraid, or they feel unworthy, or they feel like they can't do it because maybe they need to learn one more thing in order to become an expert. And I really try to empower my clients to take ownership of their lives and to find meaning in those gremlins that come up pretty often that tell us, you're not good enough, you can't do it. So the clients that I work with mostly are teens, young adults, whether they're in college or just out of college and, in their first job, a lot of women. My clients tend to come from diverse populations. And so, I work with people of all ethnicities, all genders, all races. It's really important to me that Colors of Austin Counseling is a place for everyone and that everyone feels like they have a home here. So most of my clients who come in to see me and who are referred to me are, like me in a lot of ways. And you read all the self-help books, you practice all the yoga, you do all the meditation, you do all the self-help courses and guidebooks, and nothing feels like it's working. Nothing feels real, nothing feels moving. It feels like something you do, and intellectually I am good enough. I know that. Like, I can tell myself I am good enough, I can do all these things. All these things I'm telling myself are not true, but it doesn't feel that way. And so really what I try to get my clients to do is to lean into the discomfort, to lean into that raw emotion and get curious about, what does this mean? What does this connect to? Whether it's my family of origin, whether it's a pattern in my behavior, whether it's something that I'm really internally struggling with, but I'm also suppressing and compartmentalizing. I'm really bringing that into the room and bringing that forward. I get creative, of course, that's one of our values, and I help clients find meaning in their story. And so oftentimes those stories can trace back to childhood, and it's amazing and really powerful to see what happens. So if you're interested in kind of reaching out to me, working with me, picking my brain, asking me questions, please feel free to contact me. I'll leave all my contact information below this video. I offer in-person counseling, group counseling, and online therapy. And so we can talk more about what that looks like if you have insurance or if you don't have insurance. I offer free consultations that last 15 minutes where we can talk about whether or not you feel like we might be a good fit, or just kind of ask me questions to get to know me better if that's helpful for you. So I look forward to continuing this channel with you, and I hope that you'll follow me through this time. Thanks so much.